Hey, what's going on? My name is Jack Lane. Welcome back to a brand new video here at the channel. Today we're going to be talking about The Lion King and how the new Lion King Mufasa's prequel movie sets up future Lion King installments. And this comes from an article from Screen Rant, and we're just going to get straight on with it. Be prepared for more Lion King movies after Disney's 2024 Mufasa prequel. Some may be surprised to learn the Lion King franchise is returning with a new prequel movie, Mufasa the Lion King. But this upcoming release will actually usher in even more The Lion King movies in the future. Set to premiere on December 20th, 2024, Mufasa the Lion King is a prequel to Disney's 1994 animated classic The Lion King. The musical movie will tell the story of how Mufasa became the king of the Pride Lands. Mufasa the Lion King story is highly anticipated and may summon a new era for Disney. These days, Disney is putting quite a bit of effort into making live-action adaptation sequels, prequels. Though the company still is putting out new material, a major chunk of their output each year is dedicated to turning their animated classics into Disney live-action films. Their movies have been received with varying levels of success. However, a prequel like Mufasa the Lion King does something different than a live-action adaptation. It not only brings the Lion King franchise back to the forefront, but it also kickstarts a new series of the Lion King movies, which it does. And the other thing about this is it's an original movie based on an IP that already exists, but it's an original movie. It's not a retelling. It's an original story that they've come up with, set in this universe, and it's interesting. The Mufasa movie hints at what more the Lion King movies Disney can make, what other movies they can make. And the article goes on to say this. Mufasa the Lion King is an example of how Disney can continue a franchise beyond just regular sequels. The Lion King already received a pair of sequels following Simba's children, but Mufasa the Lion King is choosing to go back in time instead. By doing this, the movie is opening up a whole new world of story opportunities centered on new characters in different areas of the Pride Lands. A big hint at this expansion comes in the Mufasa the Lion King trailer when Timon and Pumbaa note that they have been a part of countless stories over the years. And they've only told, I guess, technically from their perspective, they've only ever told one. In this way, the Lion King could sustain itself on stories about other Pride Land animals. Mufasa the Lion King may be about Mufasa and Scar, but it seems that Timon and Pumbaa are the core of the Lion King's expansion. This comedic duo have appeared in every installment of the Lion King over the years, and they can continue to play this pivotal role. Mufasa's Lion King story can only go so far, but Timon and Pumbaa could have endless tales to tell. Simba was not the first animal they helped, and likely wasn't the last either. In this way, the Lion King could sustain itself on stories about other Pride Lands animals. Mufasa's new characters sets up Simba's Pride sequel too. Kiari's return makes a live-action sequel more likely. Mufasa the Lion King does not just open the door to more The Lion King movies either. According to Mufasa the Lion King's trailer, Mufasa's origin story is being told by Rafik to Mufasa's granddaughter Kiara. Notably, Kiara is Simba and Nalia's daughter and was the lead of The Lion King 2, Simba's Pride. This will be the first time that Kiara will appear in live action, and her appearance since 1998's Mufasa the Lion King did not have to bring back Kiara, but the fact that it did is meaningful. Disney is setting up Lion King 2's Pride Lands. The Lion King 2's Simba's Pride even, was followed by 2004's The Lion King 1.5, which retold The Lion King from Timon and Pumbaa's perspective, and it's the only film that we got from their perspective. I've watched this film. It's alright. It was a directed DVD sequel movie. It just gave us more of a look into Pumbaa and Timon's life, and it was okay, but wasn't groundbreaking. They can't do that in live action. That would bomb. But they can tell other stories with them characters in it. Sure. So the article goes on to say, Kiara's return hints that the live-action remake of The Lion King 2, Simba's Pride, could happen. 2019's live-action The Lion King was incredibly successful, earning Disney a 1.6 billion at the box office. Understandably, Disney likely wants to try its luck adapting the Lion King sequel with the hopes of garnering the same success. Therefore, Disney has inserted Kiara into Mufasa the Lion King to remind audiences of her story. Hopefully, interest in the live action The Lion King 2 will then be stoked and the movie will enter production. The movie will probably enter production the second that this movie passes the 1 billion mark. Right? Simba's Pride is a great film in of itself, but Simba's Pride had a bit of an issue because released in 1998, 4 years after the original, but its box office earnings didn't actually happen because Simba's Pride was sold and rented as a direct to video, direct to DVD, direct to VHS movie. So the movie made money. Overall, consumer spending on The Lion King 2 Simba's Pride accumulated about 300 million, roughly the same figure of its predecessor's theatrical release at the time. By 2005, it still remains one of the most top-selling direct-to-video releases of all time, with 464.5 million in sales and rentals. If you look at that, right, if they were to put this Simba's Pride, if they were to do that movie now, easily $1 billion film. It wasn't a bad film, just not many people watched it because it wasn't in cinema. Not many people knew about it to begin with, but I think a lot more people know about it now. And I've rewatched it recently, and I loved it. There was some movies that were like, nah. Disney did direct sequels to for direct to DVD and VHS. Like The Little Mermaid, they did The Little Mermaid 2 with Ariel's daughter, and it just didn't work as well, but you know, it was all right. Aladdin 2, I never even saw. Aladdin: The Return of Jafar. So they have sequels there, and Simba's Pride could be one of them that gets done. Now, it goes into predict what the box office for Mufasa can do. This movie is going to hit $1 billion no matter what, right? It's not going to not hit $1 billion. The Lion King franchise is beloved by many, right? The last film they released from The Lion King, which is a live-action remake, where everyone knew the story, made 1.6 billion. This is a new story. I know it's retelling and changing pieces of the story around, but it's still an original story that people will want to see more of, and they want to hear more about, which is probably why. I mean, what's the trailer done at the moment? In like views, that's what I want to know. So it's done 9.9 million views on Walt Disney Studios' main page, and just to put it into perspective, 2.3 in the Indiana. I can't even look up Lion King 2019's trailer because that would have been watched after release. But let's take a look at that one, right? So that trailer has 76 million views 5 years on, right? The Mufasa trailer has been out for what? A day? Let me get up the... I might have even actually been looking at the wrong trailer. No, I wasn't. It'd been up for 3 days. It's possible. It is possible, honestly. The movie's gonna break $1 billion no matter what. And if you guys want to be there day one, do it. I know I'm gonna be there day one. I want to see this film. I want to do an out of theater reaction. I want to do a review on it. I love The Lion King, and my intention for December, because December's going to be a pretty busy month because I'm going to be doing Christmas movie reviews of old classics that I love that I'm rewatching for Christmas. But I'm going to do the Lion King movies 1, 2. I'm not gonna do 1.5, because it's just rehashing of one. But I will be doing the Lion King 2019 film, and I'll probably do a comparison video or something like. I want to do reviews on these things, but until then, we have so much more to look forward to, and hopefully another trailer to look forward to within that time. But this movie's gonna break 1 billion. Honestly, it is, and we're gonna be getting sequels. I reckon we could see another Lion King film by 2028. 2028 at the earliest, 2030 at the latest. And the reason why I say that is because if we look at 2019's The Lion King, right? 1.6 billion, immediately was going to get a sequel or a spin-off, and he got the prequel treatment. And it was done quite well, the prequel treatment was. Let's be honest, it looks great. And it's not doing the prequel treatment that the direct-to-video 1.5 did, where it's somewhat prequel, non-prequel sort of thing. But anyway, we had a pandemic and 2 years of movies. Studios were shutting down. They were having to reopen and refinish films they were making back in 2019 and finishing them off for 2020. And then they had all the 2020 projects. So it's playing catch up. Now we've finished catch up now. I think this is like one of the last sort of years where catch up is being finished and sort of everything is going back to normal. Plus, we've also had a strike, which has made things be on catch up as well. So within the last 4 years, we've had a pandemic, or the last 5 years since the last Lion King release, we've had a pandemic that shut everything down for about 1.5 years. We had a writer's strike and an actor's strike that shut things down for between 3 to 6 months. I can't remember how long the actor's strike went on for, but it went on for a pretty long time. I know that Risha was affected by it, and a lot of other films like the Bond film was probably affected by it. We know that definitely, Toy Story and all them films were affected. And so everything's now playing catch up from the strike as well. But I'm expecting to see another Lion King movie. If this one does break 1 billion, which it will, by 2028 at the earliest, 2030 by the latest, because that's about 3 to 4 years. Let's say they start making the movie in 2025, like they greenlight the production in 2025, right? You have 2026 and 2027 to start making the film. And the script's somewhat done because they're just going to be copying Simba's Pride. So they just need to rework the script, remake a bit of it, make it a bit longer, make it sustain a beautiful story, make it better. Which wouldn't take that long. Drafts come in so quickly these days for scripts. Like, if you get someone on that project, they might even have someone already working on it now. So I wouldn't be too worried about that. I do think we're going to be seeing another one very, very soon, though. So that's good to know. And, yeah, the prequels and spin-offs and stuff will be very cool to see as well. I want to hear your thoughts. Like, do you want more prequels? Do you want spin-offs? Do you want the sequels? Do you want to see what Simba's kids are up to now? Like, do we do Lion King Simba's Pride? Then we do Lion Guard as a movie, or we do The Lion Guard as a Disney Plus show? I don't know. I want to hear your thoughts in the comment section down below on how you would love to see the Lion King franchise continue, because it's going to continue. It's inevitable. So with that being said, I will see you all in the next one. Drop a like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Road to 30 subs is still on its way going. The goalpost will probably change in the next couple of days, but loving every second of it. So with that being said, I'll see you on the next one. As always, stay cinematic. Goodbye for now.